I hope all is well with you. We appreciate you coming back to see our show. Having to deal with narcissists is something that a significant number of us are forced to do on a daily basis. Maintaining relationships with these individuals can be challenging, regardless of whether they are members of your family, friends, or members of your group. Stay here for some fresh perspectives if you've already been through it. Consider the fact that you have made the decision to alter the way in which you interact with the narcissist in your life. Through the use of strategies such as the gray rock method, it is feasible that you are reducing the amount of interaction that takes place. Suddenly, they are not receiving as much attention as they used to. This is a significant change. Someone who is constantly in need of praise and attention may find this transition to be quite enlightening during this time. In today's discussion, we are going to discuss what happens when the narcissist is no longer the focus of attention. Prepare yourselves for something exciting to take place. It is possible that you may observe a pattern when you begin to withdraw attention from narcissists. They will either withdraw or become silent. It is possible that this is due to a few different factors. There is a possibility that they are attempting to demonstrate their supremacy or that they are unhappy about being marginalized. It's also possible that, on some level, they long for the attention that they used to receive from you. There are certain people who could even resort to extreme means in order to regain their voice. Nevertheless, regardless of the reason, it all comes down to their insatiable want for praise and adulation, which is stifled when you begin to ignore them. When a relationship ends, narcissists frequently cling to their former partners and make every effort to get back together with them. All in the hopes of receiving a favorable response, they make all effort possible, including reminiscing about the past, making grand gestures, and making plans for romantic dates. The kicker, however, is that any reply, whether it be positive or negative, simply feeds their ego. Sometimes it may be downright frightening, especially when they are watching your every move and are convinced that they are in the right of the situation. The reluctance to let go is a significant indicator of narcissism that persists after a breakup. They are unable to stop thinking about you or reminiscing about the past, despite the fact that the relationship is no longer going into existence. The next step? This is not one of their strong points. Their unquenchable thirst for approval and attention prevents them from moving forward, which in turn conceals their own inadequacies. To tell you the truth, severing ties with a narcissist is not always guaranteed to be successful. Because they despise the feeling of being rejected and losing power, they will continue to make efforts to incorporate themselves back into your life. You should prioritize your mental health, however. If they continue to violate your boundaries or invade your space, there are instances when you have no choice but to entirely shut them off with the intention of protecting yourself. Narcissists will do anything in their power to regain their place in your life. It is possible that they will attempt to win over your friends or even stoop to devious measures, like as hacking into your emails, in order to keep an eye on you and tamper with your sense of security. You will have the ability to properly defend yourself and your privacy if you are able to recognize these tendencies at an early stage. In the event that you are considering giving a narcissist another chance, you should brace yourself for a challenging ride. For the purpose of maintaining control over you, they will employ devious methods such as spreading rumors or stirring up drama in order to cut you off from your support system. What is their objective? Ensure that you are completely dependent on them, making it extremely difficult for you to break free. Maintain vigilance in order to safeguard your relationships against their interference. Being confronted by a narcissist is like to walking through a minefield on tiptoe. When you criticize someone, you will set off a defensive explosion because they will perceive your criticism as an assault on their beloved ego. Even making an effort to explain yourself could be counterproductive, as it would give them the attention they are looking for, regardless of the reason. An emotional roller coaster is the best way to describe the experience of dealing with narcissists. When they say things to you like, after everything I've done for you, how could you do this? They are trying to make you feel guilty. Or, even if I have made a lot of sacrifices, you are still wasting your life. It's all about making you feel guilty and as if you have no choice but to comply with their demands. In addition to this, they will try to make you feel responsible for their misery by blaming you for their own mistakes and turning the situation around completely. Those that are narcissistic will do whatever to maintain their power, even if it involves engaging in dishonest behavior. When they bring up your children, pets, or mental health, they will take advantage of your vulnerabilities and pull at your heartstrings in order to gain your support. If you put yourself first, have you ever felt terrible about it? They will check to see that you do. And if that doesn't work, they might even turn to threatening to hurt themselves or others in order to obtain what they want. The game is a wicked one that takes advantage of your goodwill and sense of responsibility, draining you emotionally and mentally in the process. When the situation becomes more intense, narcissists may become aggressive or begin to destroy objects in an attempt to intimidate you into submission. No matter how much it hurts you, they will resort to threats and punishment as their primary methods of action. The cycle of fear and anxiety that you are experiencing is ongoing, making it difficult for you to advocate for yourself. Narcissists are able to get their hands on all the cards by employing these devious strategies, leaving you feeling trapped and powerless. The act of confronting narcissists can be a perilous business, not only for you but also for the people you are working with. If they come to the realization that they are losing their hold on the situation, they may reveal your secrets or go after your team. It is for this reason that it is of the utmost importance to recognize these deceptive maneuvers and establish some firm limits, relying on your friends for support as you break away from their manipulative hold. It is not enough for narcissists to just shrug off the fact that they are not successful. Not at all. In order to maintain their position as the dominant power, they will resort to whatever means necessary, from deception to outright hostility. In addition, even when they are confronted with the absurdity of their behavior, they do not appear to care. Rather than being concerned about the damage they create, they appear to be more concerned with protecting their egos than with apologizing for their actions. As we get to the end of our conversation today, it is essential to keep in mind that narcissistic behavior does not only touch the lives of individuals. It may also have an effect on entire communities. Recognize the warning signals, act to protect yourself, and keep an eye out for the people you care about. We have only scratched the surface of the depths that narcissists will go to in order to impose control, and the scenarios that we have discussed here are just the beginning. Their tactics, which range from covert manipulation to overt coercion, have the potential to inflict permanent wounds. Because of this, it is extremely important to have continuing conversations and educate others about narcissistic behavior. By throwing light on these patterns, we provide those who are afflicted the ability to recognize the signals and seek the assistance that is necessary to break free from interactions that are poisonous. Your opinion is important. In the event that the discussion we had today struck a chord with you, or if you have your own personal experiences and observations to contribute, we would be delighted to hear from you. Your story has the potential to provide support and inspiration to others who are going through similar difficulties. If you found today's talk to be helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel so that you may be kept up to speed on any new content that we produce in the future. Do not be reluctant to send this movie to members of your family or community who could perhaps gain something from watching it. Keep in mind that raising awareness is a collaborative endeavor, and that your participation is essential to the development of communities that are healthier and more supportive. In order to receive additional support, make sure to look into the resources that are provided below. We appreciate you being here with us today. Let us continue to work together toward the joint goal of constructing communities that are more resilient and caring. Help us keep the conversation going by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel.